After days of relative calm, tensions in West Asia have flared up once again. The United States, Iran, Saudi Arabia and Iran-backed groups are now at the center of a fresh round of military action. In the latest, US and Saudi warplanes carried out joint strikes on Iran-backed militants in Iraq. The US military said the targets were groups it accused of carrying out drone attacks against American forces and Saudi energy infrastructure. Saudi Arabia also confirmed its participation in the operation. Former Iraqi paramilitary forces said the strikes left multiple people dead and wounded, describing the attacks as a dangerous escalation. The kingdom said its air defenses intercepted and destroyed several drones targeting oil installations in the eastern part of the country. Riyadh accused Iran-backed militias operating from Iraq of launching the attacks, marking the second straight day it has made the same allegation.
This reaffirms the kingdom's legitimate right to defend itself and its capabilities, while reserving the right to respond at the appropriate time and place, in line with the Almighty's words, "And if anyone transgresses against you, transgress against them in the same way they transgressed against you."
Iraq's Prime Minister offered an investigation into the alleged drone attacks. He said Iraqi territory must not be used to launch attacks against friendly countries. Meanwhile, the Islamic Resistance in Iraq, an umbrella network of Iran-backed Shia militias, said Saudi Arabia's allegations were fabrications. The group said the accusations were an attempt to justify Saudi Arabia's failure to respond to the Houthi attacks on its oil facilities. This comes as the Pentagon said Tehran tried to catch US forces off guard with a surprise ballistic missile attack.
At 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time today, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps forces launched multiple ballistic missiles from Iran in an attempted surprise attack on US forces based in the Middle East. All Iranian missiles were successfully intercepted. U.S. forces remain vigilant and at a high state of readiness.
Officials did not reveal which specific locations Iran had targeted. However, according to an Axios report, the attack was aimed at an American base in Jordan. The U.S. military said its forces remain vigilant and at a high state of readiness. The timing could hardly be more significant as missiles flew across West Asia and air defenses sprang into action. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was meeting President Donald Trump at the White House. Israel has remained largely out of the latest round of fighting between the United States and Iran. After their first face-to-face meeting since the conflict began, Netanyahu said his talks with Trump were excellent. However, as Saudi Arabia joined the United States in striking Iran-backed militants in Iraq, another Iran-backed ally opened a new front in the conflict. In Yemen, the Houthi rebels said they shot down a Saudi reconnaissance drone over Sada Governorate. The group said the aircraft was carrying out what it called hostile action. The Houthis also said they would continue defending Yemen's sovereignty, saying it was their legitimate right to respond to any violation. The Houthis also said they targeted a Saudi oil tanker in the Red Sea with ballistic missiles. The group said the attack was part of the maritime blockade it announced against Saudi Arabia last week. Meanwhile, maritime tracking platform Marine Traffic said the Saudi-flagged tanker NCC Ghazal was forced to turn back after the incident. The latest exchanges suggest the brief lull between Washington and Tehran may already be over, with both sides returning to military action throughout the region, adding fresh uncertainty to an already volatile region.